Okay, so this is my Unreal Engine level for level design. This is the second part where we had to flesh it out and go through and make the level have all of its obstacles and make it come to life. So what I ended up doing as the theme for this is part of a bay in a ship that is mining out a planet, and this is kind of one of the hangar bays where a bunch of stuff is getting carted around, and we have a bunch of cargo and stuff as they're mining. So that was the main objective, was to have a spaceship theme. I didn't get to finish everything, but I plan on continuing it with a roof and fleshing it out a little bit more, and also adding a bunch of grease stains, making it really dirty with all of the decals and stuff that are provided with the engine. So if we take a look around here, we have our main mining area, which this area incentivizes having a few things for the player to come out and get. We have a few jump pads for rapid transit if that is down, so no one can actually get there. We have some storage area here with one of our teleporters, which if we take, teleports us over to one of our two command bays, which have a bunch of command consoles and readout screens along with a hologram of the ship in question that we are in. If we take a look across the scaffolding, we have two different lanes, one lower, one higher, and they can actually be transitioned from, if you want to go from the higher to the lower, and you can use that as a little bit of a stepping stone. Now, overall, the area was designed to have multiple different playstyles and allow the players to have many different areas that work for the players. Now we have little tight corridor areas where you can hide and do a lot of CQC combat. We have some larger stretches, as you can tell, for snipers. I spent a lot of time fleshing out the area so it seems more realistic and there is some busy aspects to it, such as this, and also we put in some mechanics with our terrain where you can go around or wall run around it to get around in unexpected areas. We have monitors that direct players of where they are and give them a sense of direction. They will be displaying names of where they are. This is Control Center A or B, along with that one being the other in question. There's a lot of verticality to explore because you can get on many of the different pieces. We have some little action pieces of drones walking around. I have multiple different ways to get in and out of areas. You can either go up these ramps or down through the main areas. If we take a look down at the bottom area of this hangar bay, which we have our nice little green force field keeping everything pressurized, we have our nice big drill. This was the centerpiece of the whole level. This was the main focal point I wanted to keep in mind, as this was supposed to be a mining ship. If we go over to this side, we see a lot of the power bays and industrial portions of the level that incorporates all the power that the laser needs to fire. We have another little storage area over on this side, which has some containers going on in it, but it promotes, you can get caught out in that area, so it's a little bit of a, hey, you might want to watch around. Here is our centerpiece, which is the actual drill's generator, and this actually has a little bit of a secret hidden in the back where you can slide underneath the actual area and get to a little hidden area to rapidly traverse between both sides of the hangar bay. This side is more of a maintenance area that has a bunch of different vehicles in it, and a bunch of different loot, and also demonstrating that this works. Now, for the teleporters, I had them go to the opposite sides of where the map is. So, we were over on that side over there, which teleports us over into this corner of the upper area, which promotes the player to move around and cycle through the area, because this was supposed to be a big double figure 8, as you have the upper area which transitions to the lower area, and you overlay one side of the 8. Overall, it still needs a little bit more work, but this is where I'm at right now for the assignment. I'm definitely going to work on this more in my free time, but it's looking pretty cool so far. Also, here's our rapid transit to show that it does work. This is without input from the player, so it is very easy to make it over. There's no way for you to actually fall off, and there's a little bit of incentivization to explore in certain areas, because if we look over here, we can actually use the railing to get on to the drill, and there's a few other areas where this is also incentivized for the player. And that is my level.